I'm gonna quickly go over the things that the process of how I learned this character. Let's see if I can do this real quick. Now I have so much more to learn. I think at best, 25% at best, my Dhalsim is 40% complete. I'd say around 40. Okay. His 4 frame is stand light punch. Crouching light punch is slightly better, but it's 5 frames. Right? It has a little bit more range and a little bit more hit stun. Like you can combo a dumb fireball off of this, but it doesn't work off of this. So it's a little bit better. So those are the dumb moves you have up close. Stand light kick is a good medium range poke, but it doesn't combo into much without drive rush. Like I think you can do EX fireball up close, maybe light yoga flame. But this is good defense against DI. If you do the light into medium, it doesn't combo. It combos on punish counter, but it's safe on block, kinda. I think they can jump and maybe punish it, but I don't know yet. But this has been my defense against DI. It's doing some damage to their drive gauge while I'm doing this. So when I learn a character, I want a couple of safety nets. And that's one of them. The other safety net combo, what I mean by safety net is something that I can trust it's gonna work in multiple situations. It may not be optimal, but it works. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to think about it not working. And one of those combos is stand light kick into crouch light punch, and then back medium kick, and then the medium yoga flame. I still don't know what to do with that knockdown, but that's what I did. It still works. You really probably don't get that much, honestly. But this helped me survive. If you can help it, you want the back medium punch variation. And then blast. This has a better knockdown. You can teleport, and is there an ant on me? But the reason why I didn't do that combo is because if you're far away, you may not be able to link into it. Like that. So I just saved it for later, until I can identify each situation. And so that's pretty much it. Stand light kick, and then medium. Eventually, like that's kind of just how I wanted it to end. Because if I end up doing EX, I've spent 5 bars. This is not a good habit, so I don't even bother with that. But instead, I just save it for later. That's pretty much it as far as light confirms and safety, kinda, sorta. The other thing that I learned today is that drive rush back, I'm getting out of order a little bit, but drive rush down back heavy punch into the heavy flame, there's a very small gap in between that. This does a lot of damage to their drive gauge. I lost about half a bar, they lost a bar. So I'm doing like half a gauge regardless if it hits or it blocks. And it combos at all distances. Let me make sure that's correct. Yeah, like if you're too far away, down back heavy punch into flame doesn't combo. But with drive rush it does. That's pretty much it. I've been using that as a distance poke, and that's it. The other medium range is down medium punch, drive rush back medium kick. And then that can combo into heavy flame. You can get 2 back medium kicks, but again, there's some ranges where you won't. It'll be too far away, I think. So I want something that's gonna work every time. So I typically have gone into this into heavy flame. Back heavy kick, heavy flame. And the other reason that this is good is even if they don't get hit by it, there's frame traps in between all that. So it's something. It's not. You want something that jails and things that put you in throw range, that kind of thing. But this is something that is just safe in those different aspects. So if you want to grab off of drive rush with Dhalsim, it's like lights. You got back medium kick, and I think that's pretty much it. Down back heavy punch is only +1, but it works. So medium punch and medium kick are really, 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 really important. But you don't want to use them. If you're in range for down medium punch, use down medium punch. It's better. It's got better recovery. It's got better startup. Well, it's the same startup as medium kick, but it's cancelable. That's why it's so important. If you're in this range, you want to use down medium punch or stand light kick. But if they're outside that range, then you want to use medium kick and medium punch. The difference between medium punch and medium kick. Medium kick is faster and has better recovery. Medium punch has more range. And it probably has a, I don't know which one has a better hurt box or not. So that's pretty much that. Heavy punch with Dhalsim is great. It does like half a bar to their drive gauge. And it's pretty slow, but it has more range than the medium punch. It has less range, as down forward heavy punch has less range. And then you got heavy kick, which is bufferable, but it whiffs on crouch. I think that's pretty much it. You can slide, but this is so dangerous to do if you're trying to go for plus frames. I got +1. It looks like at best it can be +2, but it's so difficult to do this, and it's usually not worth the risk of being unsafe. I mean, I think you should learn how and when to do it, as far as like spacing. But mostly this is used for going under fireballs, which is pretty good at it. Same with the heavy kick slide, sort of the light slide also. I pretty much use these as movement tools. But Dhalsim's dash is better than doing the slide. I think. It's 1 frame faster, and it covers more range. So I think if you're trying to zone in on your opponent, you dash. I'm not 100% sure what this is for. Its light kick slide is kind of whack. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, maybe in Burnout you can space it and get more plus frames, but What makes Dhalsim, I think, eventually top tier is because these normals, they affect your opponent so much. How they're gonna parry, how they're gonna DI. I should be, if I were better at anti-airing with this character, it would be even better. Because I would keep them on the ground, and they would have to deal with the medium punch, the medium kick, and it's just gonna continuously chip away at their drive gauge and give me meter, because I'm replenishing and getting my meter back, and they're not. Which means I can do fireball, I can do this fireball and teleport, I can do this fireball. I can set up so much because I have the meter advantage, so I can be a little bit more generous with the amount of drive gauge that I spend. I'm just not there yet with the character, but I see the vision. I'm almost there. Probably tomorrow, my Dhalsim's gonna be ridiculous. All I gotta do is hit back medium punch and down back heavy kick, and back heavy kick. But I think that's pretty much it as far as neutral. What happens a lot with this character is when you throw a fireball, they want to parry, and then they want to hold parry for your next normal, which is smart, but what I'm doing now is just fireball and then check what they do and just eventually walk them to the corner. And that's it. That's all I gotta do. Just wait. Just wait to see what they do, and then really time my attacks in an unpredictable way, whether it's the medium punch and the medium kick. Like, I'm starting to play footsies with this character. I don't think most, like, I think as few Dhalsim players as there is, I think even very few of those actually walk around with this character and wait and space very carefully. The best Dhalsims do that, but a lot of Dhalsim players are just kind of going and hitting stuff, and like it's Marvel. But anyways, so that's like most of the normals, I think. He's got some goofy down back stuff, sweep. This is good for combos. That's all I have. But yeah, fireballs are, I think, really important for this character. But obviously, they can just jump. They just jump. So you gotta anti-air with back medium punch. This anti-air is not dependable, but it's the fastest one. Besides, I guess, Super level 3. Level 2 Super is also an anti-air, but it feels so expensive. And Yoga Blast is probably the most rewarding anti-air, but it's a half circle motion and 12 frames for the light kick version. EX is what? Also 12? I should use this more. I should use the EX a lot more. But yeah, that's it. His anti-airs are challenging. They're above average when they hit, but they're challenging. It's not a Dragon Punch. He does not have a Dragon Punch. If Sim had a Dragon Punch, he'd be sick. He'd be broken. But oftentimes, because of recovering from a normal, and then they jump over my normal and I hit another one, I have to do something like perfect parry. I have to perfect parry. Even if I supered, it's probably too slow. They can land and block. So yeah, I mean, you got some air mobility with this character too. Jump medium punch. This actually whiffs on crouch. It's cancelable, but it whiffs on crouch, so it's probably better for air to air. Jump heavy punch is probably the best. This is really good. I should have used it more. especially for the drive gauge damage it does. It's plus 11, 10, which means I can set up more stuff. I should be doing this a lot more, but I just don't trust it. How much time is it between that? It's plus 10. Oh, there's a lot of time. So it's not really that real. I feel like you gotta be slimy with this if you're gonna try to get away with it. But it is very good. This is almost a better grounded normal. There's just so much time it takes for you to get into the air and actually do it. Like if you look at where there's actually red on my time. Oh, did I just hit a shortcut? I think I did. Oh, darn it. Dang it. About to open up Adobe Premiere, I mean. Anyways. Oh, I forgot about back medium kick, didn't I? This move is really, really good. But it sucks. I think this is his best defense against drive rush, which is not good. Defense against drive rush is tough. Preemptively, stand light kick, crouching medium punch. If you think they're about to drive rush, but not on reaction, they seem okay. But I think back medium kick is the best way to defend against it. But you need to be close. If you're back here and they drive rush and you use back medium kick, it's gonna have a goofy interaction that you're not in favor of. Maybe your medium kick whips and then they punish counter you. So that sucks. Maybe down medium kick is okay. Maybe these are okay because they got a little bit more range, I guess. Hey, Premiere actually did open. I hit some shortcut on Windows. So that's that. As far as teleports, jump light kick is the fastest, but it's also only plus 6 or 7, which means you have to do a light attack, which means you would have to either combo that if they're standing, I think. But that's very... Actually, I mean, it kind of makes sense that they would get hit by that standing. So that's okay, but jump light punch is better, but it whiffs on crouch. The reason why it's better is because it goes into back medium kick, and then you can do medium flame. So that's a little bit better. If you're teleporting over a fireball, they're gonna be standing, so it's better to use light punch. And actually, if this punish counters, you can probably get yeah, down back heavy punch. If you're going over a fireball, the light punch is gonna punish counter. So that should give you an advantage to down back heavy punch. But do you get the range? Yeah, you can do that. That's okay. It goes into down back heavy punch on normal hit. It looks like it's only plus 10. I mean, plus 9. Maybe if you do it late. There it is. If you do it, actually, if you time the light punch really late, you can get more. That would slow down your attack, so maybe you would miss a punish, but yeah, it does work. And that's pretty much it. Yoga Arc, I think, has very high potential, but it's really hard to set it up. Technically, if you do a Yoga Arc in neutral, they can drive rush and punish it, which is why I try to be really careful with it. I don't try to knowledge check people, you know. I want to like actually have legit stuff. But the cool thing about Sim is you can throw Yoga Comet and have projectiles on the ground at the same time. So you can have this projectile and the comet. So you can have the comet and you can have the arch and also the comet. So the way I kind of, the vision that I have is you have the slow fireball, the comet, and then the arc. I think something like that is going to be how you can work it in neutral. So you can layer the fireballs in a way that they kind of cover each other. But can I do that yet? No. I just think that's gonna be potentially, you know, how it works. And the comet is very slow, pretty punishable, but it's also like Rose in Street Fighter V, where you jump over their fireball, you throw your fireball, and then they are at somewhat projectile disadvantage in neutral. Sort of. And then the EX one, probably, there's some things you can do with this that I just haven't figured out yet. It's probably pretty simple. So that's pretty much that. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, I would also mention float heavy kick as an anti-air. I think this is going to help me in the Kami matchup a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Is it reliably plus against back rise? What, the arc? It's hard to, like, arcs aren't gonna be, for the most part, like real setups. It's hard to, if there is one, I haven't found it yet. Like for example, this with punish counter is 48. So if I arc here, I'm only +3. So it's a setup, but it's not very good. I think I can like jab and then teleport behind them, but I don't think that's that great. Oh, the back rise. So that's after grab. It's +5. It's pretty good, but it's limited. This is great. +12 on hit. But to me, it just feels like it works against people who just don't pay attention, which means it could get you to master. So if they block, it's +5. So you have to delay your throw. If you throw too early, they'll still be involved. So you have to delay it. But other than that, it's hard to make things happen off of his throw in neutral. Like you can drive rush and time stuff. It's okay. He also has a crouching grab that has more advantage. It's good for putting them near the corner. So here's the crouch grab. You don't get much Oki off of this outside the corner, but it starts to put them near the corner. So you can actually do slide back medium kick, and this is meaty, so it's +3, and it leaves you in grab range. So honestly, I think you should use the crouching throw if you're in the corner, because this gives you more advantage. And if you have more advantage, that means floating into attacks are going to happen sooner, rather than doing it with this. But you can always just manually time stuff. Who cares? And if you're baiting grab, I think this is the most important thing with Dhalsim as far as doing damage, is punishing throw whiffs with this. I think that's like the #1 thing. Because if you get offense, it actually opens them up. It's something that a lot of characters can't do. Be airborne and hit you. Like especially like Jamie can kind of do it, but he's got to spend meter to keep it safe. The dive kick. So the heavy kick is the fastest. The heavy punch is 13 frames, and you get down back heavy punch easier. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Somebody asked earlier, I think it was Rich, how do you punish level 2? I don't know. Grab him. I'm playing this character, I still don't know. I think you can crouch and then grab him. I don't know. But I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna be family man. I'll be back tomorrow, probably early. I'm already at Diamond 4. I'm probably pretty close, but I don't think I've played against any master ranks yet in Diamond 4. But yep, I'll finish the job tomorrow. Man, it kind of makes me sad because once you get the master rank, I feel like the journey is over. Honestly. But we'll see. Once you get the master rank, I don't want to do it anymore. Maybe I'll work on a new character. But I want to keep playing Sim, is the thing. But alright, y'all, take it easy. Have a good one. See you tomorrow. Peace.